Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. For the Heat, this is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready. Some extra motivation on this one. Two great backcourts going head-to-head tonight. Kenny, your thoughts on how the guard position has evolved over time? And make it quick.
Yeah.
The evolution of the guard position in 12 seconds, please.
Well, you weren't quick, so why do I have to be so quick?
Well, just try.
8
Okay,
seconds
I'm
left.
going to be as quick as I can.
Okay.
7,
But I'm going to be
6,
as
5,
vigilant as I can.
Okay.
4,
You know,
3,
they're more like combo guards
2,
now.
1. And with all the switching guards who can defend more position for the teams that rebound collectively, guards have to be involved on the boards.
Well, it's almost like you were reading that, Shaq.
We were going to give you 10 seconds, Shaq. You didn't have to rush.
I did rush.
You didn't have to. Because
Yeah,
anyway.
combo guards. Let's go courtside.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
What a wonderful view of the lights of Miami here on a gorgeous night in South Florida. We're in a place they call the American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. For the Miami Heat, they're coming off a loss to the Houston Rockets.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
Yeah, they were too physical and a little bit out of position. They were rough out there, but ultimately the physicality led to fouls, and that hurt them.
And Clark, the league in general, increasing the pace of play. Tonight's teams exemplify that approach.
I really think the game was meant to be played at a high pace, Kevin. We've had periods where it's been a little bit more bump and grind, defensive oriented, but I like the trend that the game has taken on the last decade or so. Up and down, a lot of possessions, a lot of scoring, and a lot of entertainment value. I love it. I love the way the game is played now.
I couldn't agree more. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Pacers. We've got Russell Westbrook. He's out there with Robinson. Sabonis is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Montgomery in at the four slot. Here's Richardson following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Here's George. And no good that time. So Indiana will take it the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And how about the defensive adjustments in that one? Their communication was brilliant all night.
Yeah, I agree. And communication is effort, and effort is communication. Very talkative out there, yelling out screens, giving each other help. Boy, that was a terrific all-around effort.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's George. 29 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Erik Spoelstra. This is the first meeting of the year between these two teams, but he said those guys are tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet on defense and do our best to deny penetration. We'll see who comes out on top, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Oladipo against Westbrook. Now, here's Oladipo. He's guarded closer. Yep, it counts.
And you really can't fault the defense at all there. I mean, just got to give credit to Oladipo. Sometimes better O outshines decent D.
Now, here's Westbrook. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Lakers.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
And Oladipo has it in the corner. George passes to Drummond. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
2 points. That one goes. Robinson's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Heat.
Get going.
Kicks to Richardson. Pass to Drummond. And here's George. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Ingram right side. Rebound, Andre Drummond.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
He's so good at shooting while in rhythm. Victor Oladipo. I like how he's reading the defense before shooting the pull-up J.
Montgomery, the pass to Sabonis. The kick out to Westbrook. Drills the 3-pointer. Westbrook's got 5.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Here's Ingram. And no good that time. Now the Heat take it the other way. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
That's good from Richardson. Now we're moving into the heart of the NBA season, Clark. Has chemistry and pecking order in a locker room been set by the coach and by the team at this point of the year?
Yeah, I think with veteran teams, it's pretty well established. But again, the makeup of your veterans is key there. With younger teams, though, I think they begin to, it's a process. It's an ongoing process of figuring out roles
right.
and pecking order. So as you get into the middle part of the season, the heart of it, I think the young guys do start to kind of figure it out.
Westbrook kicks to Robinson. Oladipo against Westbrook. The pass to Sabonis. Outside Robinson. 6 to shoot. Over Richardson. Robinson misses. The Heat leading by 7. Richardson against Robinson. Feeds it to Drummond. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Commissioner Adam Silver believes, Clark, that the NBA will see its first female head coach sooner than later. What do you think?
I think it'll happen. I'm not sure exactly if it'll be sooner. I think it'll be a little time because the pipeline, I think, has to be established to where you have some candidates. And you very well could have candidates now that may not have coached in the NBA that could possibly move into a head coaching role. But I think the progression to that would require, I think, more female assistant coaches before there's a comfort level with moving in that direction from an owner standpoint.
Jusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Adebayo. The Pacers making a switch here. Here's Westbrook. He's got 5. Ingram outside. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. Third is Andre Drummond.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Pacers trail by 9. 4 on the clock. For 3, Ingram.
Well, the quickness of Paul George on defense is something that very few players possess. I think he does a fantastic job rushing guys because of his presence.
And Oladipo kicks to Richardson. Passes it to Nurkic. And it's Miami with another.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And Westbrook, here we go. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Westbrook's got 7 points in the game.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Drummond finds George. And that one, good.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Now, here's Westbrook. 7 points in the game. Over Oladipo. Westbrook can't get it to go.
You must make that. Even with the defense present, these are shots you have to finish.
Here's Drummond, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Boy, I like the activity of Drummond on the glass. I mean, he's so big and active. Excellent timing and hands, always pounding and grinding for offensive rebounds.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
Free throw, no good for Drummond.
Yeah, I don't know if any big man has the combination of strength, speed, and hops that Drummond has, not to mention his length, an unreal physical specimen.
George looking around. In the corner, Drummond with it. Oladipo outside. George against Ingram. Now, here's George. He's tightly guarded. Some solid defense from Ingram. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
One drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Gotta like seeing Ingram get going down underneath the rim. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Now, here's Oladipo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points. Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Timeout called the Pacers. Head coaches obviously get the attention in all sports, Clark, but the assistants also play very big roles. How do you build chemistry as a coaching staff?
You know, I've never coached, but I've watched a lot of coaches. I think first and foremost, you appreciate your assistant coaches, and then you give them room to grow and develop as coaches. And you share with them the building of the team and the coaching of the team. And that, to me, I think, if you serve your assistant coaches as they're serving you, I think that's how you build the best chemistry.
And loyalty's got to be big among that group on that sideline, doesn't it? Loyal to each other.
Big time. Loyalty to one another, and then also a common focus on really serving the players to the best of their ability collectively.
The Heat leading by 13. A 3 from George. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. Pass to Prince. In the corner, it's Ingram. Indiana moving the ball around. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the inside, and it's George finishing it off.
I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Upper Heaven, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now, here's George. He's got 10. He kicks to Oladipo. Richardson the pass to George. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Now here's Westbrook. 7 points in the game. Indiana needs to get a shot off. George with the ball. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Richardson kicks to Oladipo. Up and in on the way up. Oladipo's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
Now here's Westbrook. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Trying to end the drought. It's hauled in by the Heat. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Richardson. 5 points in the game. Shoots it. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
There's 45 seconds left in the first. Dishes it to Oladipo. And a new group in for the Heat. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Andre Drummond. Winslow comes in for George. Johnson, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Robinson. Pass to Winslow. Johnson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Heat lead by 19.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Can't hit from 12. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Heat lead by 19. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
Yeah, like an avalanche, Greg, overpowering the defense on the majority of their possessions.
Winslow is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. So that's who Miami starts the second with. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Johnson can't hit. Pacers trail by 19. Musa passes to Montgomery, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
And here's a look at the stats for Robinson. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the pass to Sabonis. Shoots over Winslow. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Johnson outside. Nurkic kicks to Dinwiddie. Winslow, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Robinson. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Johnson for 3. Another miss by Johnson.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants and then gets his shot off in time.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the night.
One shot.
Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys or drives, and now with the three-point line, shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
Here's Robinson, the Heat getting the bucket. Yep, that one goes.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Johnson dishes to Nurkic. Dinwiddie, guarded by Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with the 3. Miami keeps it going. A new 24-second shot clock. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Back to Johnson. Tries again. And he overshot that one, missing.
This has been a rough, turbulent outing for him so far. Fortunately, the rest of his team has bailed him out.
And Winslow pulls it down.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Winslow finds Nurkic. Johnson inside. Passes to Winslow. Nurkic against Sabonis. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. Pacers trail by 18. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. The Heat in second.
One of the better rebounding teams in the league, especially on the offensive end. They never take that for granted in terms of whether the shot's going in.
Covered by Winslow. Outside Robinson. From 15 feet away, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, just hitting a reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Drummond's checked in for Adebayo. Paul George comes in for Winslow. Josh Richardson's checked in for Tyler Johnson. And it's Oladipo in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Now, here's Richardson. He's got 5.
Boy, and George is this aggressive with his offense. It's a sight to behold when he gets rolling. Just get out of the way and let him have the marquee.
Here's Westbrook. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Now, here's Richardson. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Kept alive. Outside for George. Nailed from three-point land. George has got 15.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Porter. Miami grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. On the wing, George. He's covered by Ingram. Tries from 10. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. Pacers trail by 18. Defended by George. Poked loose. Paul George with the steal. And it's George again missing. The Pacers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Second chance shot, and it's sent back by George.
Terrific focus from George there, reading the shooter the entire way through. A great shot blocker. He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's got 6. Knocked loose. Richardson kicks to Oladipo. Shot clock at 6. Nurkic. Miami no good on that time either. Pacers trail by 16. Ingram wide open. It's hauled in by Richardson.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Heat moving the ball around. Up again, and Drummond is right there. Drummond's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Pass to Montgomery. Defended by George. The pass to Montgomery. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Rebound by the Heat. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. In the corner, George with it. Kicks it to Richardson. Back to George. Fires for 3. Drops in the tray. George has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Heat.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Count it. Ingram's got 7.
And boy, Ingram uses that floater so effectively at just the right time with just the right arch. Pulls it out of his bag when the defense least expects it.
And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Miami. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. And of course Indiana, 8.5 games behind them.
And seeing where Indiana is, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And Miami making a change here. Winslow's checked in. Pacers trail by 19. Outside Westbrook. Ball's knocked loose. Down low. Here's Montgomery. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
But they'll get another chance. Richardson gets a wide open look. Drills it from outside. 8 points for him.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Westbrook against Oladipo. Westbrook kicks to Sabonis. Ingram outside. Offensive rebound. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Drummond mixes defensive smarts with elite physical tools, and that's what makes him a solid defender. He's going to get his hands on a few shots each and every game.
Richardson the pass to Oladipo. George, that's a 2-pointer.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The feed now to Robinson. Got a hand on it. In the corner, George with it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
free throw good from George.
And George has learned a lot and I think continues to evolve as a leader. He relishes the chance to deliver for this team.
And so he makes both from the line. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Pacers. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And he makes that one.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Here's Oladipo following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Drummond in the post, defended by Sabonis. Drummond finds Richardson in the corner. Winslow with it. Shot clock at 6. With his first shot attempt, that one's not going to go. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Feeds to Ingram. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, when Westbrook focuses on passing the basketball, it really helps his team. I love how quickly he finds his teammates.
Now, here's George. He's got 20. Oladipo taking his time here. Miami no good on that time either. Pacers trail by 18. Here's Ingram. And Winslow pulls it down. Winslow's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to George. And George with the stop.
And that's a big boy dunk right there. He threw that down like a sledgehammer.
That is a violent attack on the rim.
Guys, you covered the bases with that.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Now, here is George. 22 points for him. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 24.
Kevin, he's been flat out phenomenal. Superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
Westbrook against Oladipo. And here's Westbrook. 12 points for him. The 10-footer.
Boy, the hustle from Oladipo. You love that. I mean, he's really good at crowding shooters, taking away their airspace and making it hard for them.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Miami Heat. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He ended up with 24 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3-ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys drip between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Pacers trail by 20 on the court for Indiana. Taurean Prince is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Robinson, and it's Porter in at the 5 down low. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Richardson. Stolen by Robinson. Back to Westbrook. Over Oladipo. Knocks it loose.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board, and his length doesn't hurt either.
Richardson kicks to Drummond. Richardson dishes to Oladipo. Robinson against Richardson. 6 to shoot. The 3 from George. It's deflected.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. I mean, his long reach really allows him to come up with a good number of blocks.
On the wing, George. Drummond. Great positioning on the putback.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's Ingram. 9 points in the game so far. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Hey, I know Ingram looks a little wispy and light, but his strength is deceptive.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And it's really baffling. I don't know how he lost his touch at the line so dramatically, guys. I mean, and it happened quickly as well. He's nowhere close to what he shot from the line last season.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better and better.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
The fader. They get it back. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got his third basket of the night right there.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound and miss, and you've got to get to the glass with intensity.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
He feeds it to Westbrook. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Now, here's George. 26 points for him. Oladipo outside. Back to George. Off target with his 3. Pacers trail by 19. Ingram passes to Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Now, here's George. That shot, no good.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Richardson kicks to Adebayo. It's rebounded by Indiana.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Inside, Westbrook. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. Pacers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. That's good from Westbrook. So he gets them both. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Westbrook against Oladipo. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 28 points for the game.
I love the activity. George is not just a perimeter player, folks. You can depend on him down low, too.
And the Pacers call time here. Paul George really making a difference here.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat you.
And where the shots been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Miami.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Clock at 4. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ingram kicks to Westbrook. Nice D from Oladipo.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And yes, it's good. Richardson's got 10 points.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Prince outside. Porter finds Westbrook, and it's sent back by Drummond. Richardson against Robinson. Now here's Richardson. Defense is right there. No good on that one. Pacers trail by 19. Right side Robinson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Heat.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
First one falls for him. A different look for Miami. Nurkic checked in for Drummond. Justice Winslow comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Richardson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Miami leading by 17. Dinwiddie kicks to Oladipo. Passes it to George. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oladipo for 3. Here's Nurkic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the board.
One shot.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 18. Defended by George. To the inside. Here's Montgomery. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic. The Pacers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved in on-time, on-target passes.
And for Victor Oladipo, for so many teams, he was the second option in offense. But now, Clark, he's shown he is a full-fledged #1 option.
And you know the thing about that, Kevin, that's really heartening is his teammates love him being in that spot. And that speaks to Oladipo's unselfishness and character. I mean, Russell Westbrook and Aaron Gordon both had great things to say about Oladipo's success leading the team. And again, just a credit to who he is as a young man.
Here's George, and another basket for Miami.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Now, here's Westbrook. He's tightly guarded. Down low. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Excellent job by Sabonis after setting the screen. Very mobile in these pick and rolls.
Dinwiddie kicks to Oladipo. Now here's Winslow. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The putback.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Oladipo against Ingram. Pass to Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Westbrook. Averaging about 23 points per, 7 assists and 8 rebounds. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
And that one falls for Westbrook. Russell Westbrook drops them both. Miami with the ball. And Oladipo kicks to George. To the paint. Westbrook with the steal. Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's Ingram. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 6 assists now in the game.
And you look at Ingram, and he is just so long, covering a ton of space. exceptionally fast in transition, too.
Timeout called the Heat.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. The Heat third.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
So it's Miami now. They lead by 14. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. Lob pass to George.
Hey, the unselfishness there by Dinwiddie, you look, he's all about doing what's best for the team.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. There's the dish to Ingram. It's up a three. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Tell you what, the defense has to be kicking themselves. Just a step late there, and the shooter made them pay for it.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Westbrook. Dinwiddie kicks to George. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Winslow. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Heat lead by 15.
That is a pretty finish. The defense did all they could there, but he just outwilled them.
To the middle. Here's Sabonis. It's hauled in by the Heat. Nurkic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Oladipo. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Oladipo's got 8.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Outside Westbrook. In the corner, it's Ingram. Excellent D there from George. The Heat leading by 17. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Loved how they guarded that layup. Didn't make it easy, which I think is why he missed it.
Pass to Sabonis. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Back to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
They get the rebound and finished off by Nurkic.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Johnson comes in for Victor Oladipo.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good. Nurkic. A minute 20 left to play here in the third. Robinson passes to Sabonis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Pacers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. The first one falls. No good on the second free throw. Miami leading by 17. Down low. There's Winslow. Off with the layup.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
He's guarded by Johnson. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now Winslow. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Johnson outside. 5 on the clock. Top of the key. With the clock winding down and finished off by Nurkic.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score. And this is where you milk the clock.
Yeah, that's the intelligent play here, Greg, no doubt. No reason to chuck up some garbage shot.
From the low block, it doesn't go for him. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Miami. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Right back after this break. Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
All right, offensively, okay, let's make sure we get into something. All right, we're just playing again. We don't have our spacing. All right, know who we have out there. All right, and take advantage of it. Come on, come on.
You can tell by his voice there, GA, the offense looking uncharacteristic to him.
The spacing and ball movement is important, and right now, the coach just wants them to be sharper.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Adebayo, also Justice Winslow out there. Nurkic is out there with Johnson, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Musa can't hit.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Johnson inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Johnson's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Miami. Pacers trail by 21. Robinson kicks to Sabonis. Pass to Porter. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight, and there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions are must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And it's the Heat with the ball after Taurean Prince's miss. Johnson, the pass to Adebayo. Here's Nurkic, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Nurkic has got 12 points here in the second half.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. Mark, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBA, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have labor and league peace for the next decade. I mean, there's no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. So credit the league, the Players Association, and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures and the game is healthy and good. But that's a team effort by all involved.
Johnson kicks to Dinwiddie. Shoots it up. Sabonis grabs the board. Pacers trail by 20. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Inside, ball's knocked loose. Johnson outside. That shot missing, and Indiana will go the other way with it.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Prince. Miami grabs the miss. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Indiana. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Well, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. But at the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
And both free throws good for Nurkic.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Outside, Robinson knocks down the 3-ball.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Down low, here's Adebayo. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. And the Heat lead by 21.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Robinson kicks to Sabonis. The pass to Musa. Back to Sabonis. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Musa. Jacks up a 3. But they get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, I like Sabonis' game inside because he's confident and skilled.
Johnson finds Nurkic. To the inside. Dinwiddie. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Indiana moving it around. Right side, Porter. From 11 feet away, kicks it out to Prince. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Nurkic. It's rebounded by Indiana. Prince misses. The Heat leading by 18. Passes it to Adebayo. Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Robinson. Dinwiddie passes to Nurkic. The jump hook. Yes, that goes in. Nurkic has got 6 in the quarter.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out. He's doing it.
Here's Robinson shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Justice Winslow. We know Clark fans want to see star players. That's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
Yeah, I think that's important, that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course. That's another reason I propose a shorter season. I don't think you'd end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, I mean, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play in, unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously, and it's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Andre Drummond's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Paul George comes in for Bam Adebayo. Richardson, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Oladipo in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Now, here's Richardson. Oladipo outside. From 13. A second chance effort. Good work there as it goes. And 12 points for Drummond.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Westbrook against Richardson. Westbrook kicks to Sabonis. Outside Robinson. Banked in off the glass. Robinson's got 11 in the second half.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
Westbrook against Oladipo. He kicks it to George. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Monday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah.
And for that matchup with the 76ers, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
Now here's Ingram. Back to Robinson. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's. There's Winslow. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Westbrook against Richardson. Porter kicks to Ingram. Pass to Sabonis. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on George.
And you know what? At 6'10", dunking is low stress for Sabonis. Solid at getting himself inside for these throwdowns.
That one misses.
Domantas Sabonis, so versatile, brings so much to his position. He scores, he passes, rebounds, and defends at a high level.
Winslow finds Richardson. Here's George. Here's Oladipo. He's covered by Ingram. And a miss there on the triple. Pacers trail by 16. Outside Robinson. Now the pass to Ingram. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists tonight.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Here's Richardson to the middle. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Now that's remarkable work inside from Oladipo. Not afraid to go up against the big guys down low.
Westbrook passes to Ingram. And it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. As touched by Drummond. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. The Pacers making a switch here. Here's Ingram. Knocks down the 10-footer. Ingram's got 10 points here in the second half.
The nice shooting ability of Ingram makes that mid-range J a quality shot.
And Oladipo kicks to Drummond. Back to Oladipo. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Oladipo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Prince, the pass to Ingram. Three-pointer. That shot, no good. Now the Heat take it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Now, here's Richardson. He's guarded closely. Kicks it to Prince. He dishes it to Westbrook. Knocked away. The Heat leading by 15. Oladipo with the ball. Pass to Adebayo. Tries it from 9. And it's off the back rim. No good. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Pacers. Down low. Prince outside. Back to Westbrook. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Heat shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. And Oladipo kicks to Adebayo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Passes to Richardson. Over Porter. Misses off the right eye. Pacers trail by 15. Ingram outside. Prince outside. Here's Musa. Richardson covering. To end the drought. And the jumper is on the mark. And it's the Heat with the ball. He kicks it to Drummond. Pass to George. And here's Oladipo. Over Westbrook. Oladipo misses. Indiana's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Miami.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
They pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for George.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Westbrook. It's deflected. Now, here's Richardson. Now, Oladipo. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.